So for years, photographers have been complaining that the B1's and D1's, they're not any good because the flash bulb is recessed and they don't fill out the softbox properly. But today we have the frosted glass dome to see if this actually makes any difference in the way your photographs look using Profoto gear. Big thanks to Squarespace for making this video possible. Let's get to it. So let me explain what's going on here. Because this flash is recessed in the back of the B1's and D1's, a lot of photographers claim that it's only propelling light forward and not off to the sides, which is going to create a hot spot in your softboxes. When you add the frosted dome to this light, the idea is that not only will the light fire forward, but it will also fire off to the sides, which will more accurately and evenly light your softboxes. Personally, I think this is kind of bullshit, but let's put it to the test. So we got Erica here. I think for this first shot, let's do a beauty dish and put it right above you and see if we can tell the difference between these two lights. Do you think we're gonna tell the difference? I don't know. You don't know? Well, let's find out. So for this shot, we've just boomed a Profoto B1 right over Erica with the beauty dish. And for this first shot, we just have the regular glass that comes with the B1. And because the beauty dish reflects light with this plate, I'm not even sure this is gonna make much of a difference at all, but let's take a test shot and see what this first shot looks like. And right here. So as you can see from this shot, this is your typical beauty dish look. You got kind of a hard shadow under the chin and a little bit of light fall off. The shadows are still there, but they're kind of subtle. This is a really popular light. I love the way this looks, and I've been using this for years. But let's now change this out and use the glass dome and see if this shot looks any different. So we're just gonna put this Profoto B1 into the beauty dish and tighten this down. And I don't know if you're able to see this, but basically the glass dome now sits inside the actual beauty dish. And so it should throw light in all directions, including forward, but will this make a difference? Let's find out. So we have not moved our light stand at all. Our light is in the exact same position. Let's do this shot. Now we're gonna take these shots into Photoshop and really dissect them, but let's now put something else besides a beauty dish on here. Let's get a large octabox and see if we can tell a difference with that modifier. All right, so we have the original Profoto B1 here with the flat recessed light. Let's put on their 3-foot octabox. And for this shot, I'm not gonna shoot this straight on. I'm gonna kind of put this at an angle so we can get some highlights and shadows. And maybe we go up just a little bit with this, something like a normal angle you might use if you're taking a portrait. So you might be wondering how I've placed this softbox. Basically, I've put most of the light in front of her so that it's wrapping around. We are gonna get some shadows on the left side, and because the light's, I don't know, maybe like 12 inches from the side of her head, we're going to get a lot of fall off, which means we're gonna have a nice highlight on the right side of the frame, but then we're going to create some nice shadows on the left side of the frame. So let's take this first test shot here. And Erica, look right here. Perfect. So as you can see here, this is a completely different look from the beauty dish. We now have soft light, and I think this is really flattering. Now, while I have this set up here, I'm going to take a properly exposed photo of the softbox itself and see if we can actually see a hot spot. So in this shot, I changed the aperture from f8 to f13, and you can see we definitely have a hot spot blowing out in the middle, but interestingly enough, we also have a little bit of blown highlights on the edge of the softbox. And because there's some blown out highlights on the edge of the softbox, this kind of goes against the theory that this light's not able to fill a softbox properly. But let's change this light out, get the dome in here, and see if this makes any difference. So now we got the frosted dome in here, the light's in the exact same position. Let's go back to f8 and do one more shot. So looking at the back of the camera, this image looks very similar. Let's change this back to f13 and let's fire towards the softbox and see if we have any different hot spots. So now that we have all of our test shots with the glass dome and without the glass dome, let's look at these images in Photoshop and see if we can tell any difference. All right guys, so here we are in the post-production studio, and I've imported these images into Lightroom so that we can look at them back to back. And if we look at the screen here, this image is the normal frosted plate, and then this is the frosted dome. So if I scroll between the two of these, you can definitely tell there's a difference in white balance. It looks like the normal glass plate that comes on the B1's is a little bit cooler, and the frosted plate actually made the image a little bit warmer. But if we zoom in here to Erica's face, and especially say the shadow on her chin, and scroll between the two, I mean, to my eyes, these look very, very similar. If we go up to the catch lights and her eyes, I mean, these almost look identical as well. And then if we zoom back out and look at maybe her forehead, you know, the shininess of the light looks about the same. I don't know. To me, these look very, very similar. Now, just to make things a little more fair, I decided to try to color correct the images so that they both look the same. And if we scroll between them now, you know, I think if you did a full photo shoot with or without the glass dome, you could probably get these images to look identical. But let's see if this made any difference in the softbox, where you need a lot more light spilling around to fill in a lot larger area. So here is the softbox with just the recessed light, and then here is the softbox with the glass dome. And again, you can see there's a slight color difference. I feel like the glass dome definitely adds a little bit of warmth, but that's nothing you couldn't fix in Lightroom if you're doing color correction. If we zoom in here and look at the shadow under the chin between the two images, I mean, again, it's very, very difficult to see a difference at all. If we look at the highlights on her lip, they almost look identical. I will say the shadow here on the left side of her nose might be a little brighter with the glass dome. The catch lights look almost identical. But if I zoom out, I do think that there is a little more exposure on her face with the recessed glass plate than there is the dome itself. But again, these differences are so minute that for me, they're not really an issue at all. So the final test I did was I imported some screen captures of the softbox itself, and I clicked on the histogram up here to show the blown highlights. And if I turn these on and off, you can see that without the dome, there's definitely a much hotter hot spot in the middle of the softbox, but we do have some blown out edges around the edge of the softbox, which does prove that this light is pretty good at getting a hot exposure all the way throughout the softbox. If we look at the glass dome, it has a few blown out highlights on the edge, but the center is a lot more even. So at the end of the day, how much does this glass dome make a difference in both the Profoto Beauty Dish and a large softbox? I think it's kind of negligible, but I'm going to put these images in the Fstoppers article below, so click the link in the description. You guys can check out the images and see if you can tell a difference. And there's also going to be a poll in the article so that you guys can vote and tell me which light modifier you think looks the best. Again, I'd like to thank Squarespace for sponsoring this video, and if you don't know what Squarespace is, they are a company that makes hundreds of websites for photographers like you, and their customer service is top-notch, and literally you can make a website in a single day. So if you need a website, head over to squarespace.com/fstoppers, where you can save 10% off of your first purchase. And if you want more tutorials like this, subscribe to our YouTube channel below, and head over to fstoppers.com, where we produce content like this every day. And finally, if you want to learn from some of the best photographers in the world, check out fstoppers.com/store, where you can check out our full-length photography tutorials.